Hey guys, Strong's level 7 here again, but you can call me Chip, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the newest update for Fire Emblem Heroes. We got some pretty cool things, especially coming up in the next Tempest Trials, which I'll talk about real quick before we get into the update stuff. But a lot of new weapon refines, some remixes, and all that stuff. Very cool. So yeah, like every single time, I know a lot of you show up for the weapon refine stuff, so if you go in the time bar, if I remember, I think I forgot last time, but if I remember, you can skip right ahead to the weapon refines. That is cool. But before that, we are going to go and review most of the update stuff, but let's actually see the Tempest Trials just real quick. Rickard is fine and all, he's like a cool unit. His inheritable sword with Kanto is really nice, but the seal at the 20,000 points that we're going to get is Distant Counter. For, I think, dragons, I think that's what the D stands for. But a Distant Counter Sacred Seal. That's insane. That's actually really insane. And we still don't have a Desperation Seal, which is weird. But anyways, that's really cool. That is really neat. But we're going to scroll right past that and get to the update stuff. Here we go. Binding Worlds is going to come soon. That's really cool. New game mode. Hopefully it performs better, or it's a bit more fun than the previous game modes that we've gotten. But looking forward to what it has in store. Looking forward to the rewards that it gives, absolutely. Because sometimes some of these extra new event stuff never really give the best rewards. But we'll see. We'll see when that finally comes out. Very neat. Stuff, and it was all with the FEH channel and all that. So, Alm with a remix. Legendary Alm gets a remix of Lunar Flash 2. I think they talked about this, actually, in the FEH channel. Yeah, now I think about it. Yeah, okay. Treats foes' defense and res as if reduced by 20% during combat. Boosts damage by 20% of unit speed. And then reduces damage by X percent effects. So basically adds Deadeye effect to it, which is the normal Lunar Flash effect. I don't really remember. But then Times Pulse also helping him out quite a bit to charge that Lunar Flash as soon as possible. Very, very cool. And then, oh yeah, this was in the FEH channel because I remember talking about Dive Bomb. And I guess dragons can get Dive Bomb, I just never really thought about it. But yeah, Naga getting her remix, very cool, getting Dive Bomb. Very nice skill that actually isn't on too many units in the pool. So if you have extra Naga, if you feel like it, I guess, you can give Dive Bomb away. Or just use it, because it's not that bad of a skill, it's pretty good. And then Divine Ping Plus, start of turn grants effective against dragons to adjacent allies for 1 turn. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 6, and the following status to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. If unit initiates combat, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Okay, so granting effective against dragons, and then granting attack and speed plus 6, and then a guaranteed follow-up, but very strong. Very, very strong. And for an Astra Mythic in Astra Season offense, very, very helpful. So very cool, very cool. New Mementos events, we always get those. They're always really cute. New Divine Codes, neat. Geese having a very, very strong lance with the flowing lance. I think it is, like there's a version of it in the pool right now, but I can't think about it. I have no idea what it is in my head right now. And then Petra, very cool. I think she has ground orders, so that's not bad. And then, oh, Valentine's Lissa. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. New weapon refine stuff, which we will get to in a second. I have 4 of these units. I do not have Naga, Rutger, or Summer Lake Yarn, but we will get to that in a bit. Very, very cool. New stuff for Summoner's Duels, who cares? Ether Raids. Ooh, upgrading the Hex Trap. That is a very, very good thing to remember. So upgrade your Hex Traps, everybody. Very strong. And then more music, very cool. Limstella and Alencia, Summer Alencia getting added to the Grail pool. Very, very nice. I know a lot of people are going to be merging up that Alencia. Very cool, very cool. And then other changes. An issue causing some weapons to display incorrectly. Oh, okay. I think that was something that was actually talked about a little bit ago, but it's not a big deal. So, cool. That's cool. For all the new update stuff. And now what a lot of people tend to wait for, or skip it right ahead to, is the new weapon refines. So we're going to get into this. We're going to start real quick with Legendary Alm. Luna Arc, which I think grants speed plus 3, deals damage equal to 25% of foe's defense. Okay, very cool. And then Luna Arc from just from the icon, it looks like it has a pulse and a wind sweep effect, so we'll see. Effective against flying foes. Grants speed plus 3. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat, and deals damage equal to 25% of foe's defense. Okay. Including when dealing damage with a special triggered before combat. Oh, nice. Ignores reductions to defense from special skills like Lunar Flash. Okay. And then the special refine, at start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit and neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. And also, if foe uses sword, lance, axe, bow, dagger, or beast damage, so anything physical, and unit speed is greater and unit speed is greater than or equal to foe speed plus 5, foe cannot counterattack. Okay. So basically, yeah, just wind sweep, just normal wind sweep, but without the neutralizing of your follow-up. So very cool, very strong. And then with the special cooldown charge nullification, that is very helpful to get Lunar Flash off as soon as possible. So, Lunar Flash, very, very nice. It's not bad. It's very, like, I don't want to say basic, but it's very decent, I guess. The wind sweep is very helpful, and then just to be able to get Lunar Flash, I keep mixing up the weapon and the special, Lunar Flash off as soon as possible, very helpful. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I think, let's see, let's go with Naga next. Okay, grants attack plus 3, effective against dragon foes, grants spectrum plus 3 to dragon allies and allies that have effective against dragons within 4 spaces of unit, and spectrum plus X to unit during combat. X equals the number of dragon allies and allies that have effective against dragons within 4 spaces of unit times 3. Maximum bonus of plus 9 to each stat. Whoa! Okay, so she works really well with dragon allies and units that are strong against dragons. So very, very nice. Very good. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum plus 4 to unit and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 25% during combat. And also, if unit's attack is greater than foe's res, unit's first attack during combat deals damage equal to 25% of unit's attack minus foe's res. Okay, so benefits from having high attack and the enemy having low res definitely really stacks, especially with the new dive bomb. And then I think her new remix gives her a bit more attack and speed. So everything just kind of piles up for her. And not only is she like not only support now, because I think a lot of people just mainly used her as support before, she can do a lot on her own as well. So very, very cool. Naga got quite a buff as well. So let's go into... I actually free summoned the Lion King Kane quite a bit ago, or not quite a bit ago, recently, which is the opposite of that. So very lucky that I have him for this. So let's see. What does this normal weapon do? Foe initiates combat, Spectrum plus 4, and then transforms, then it gets distant counter if it transforms. Okay. Grants attack plus 3. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, grants Spectrum plus 4 to unit during combat. If foe initiates combat, reduces damage from area effect specials, excluding Ricker. Okay. And foe's follow-up attacks by 70%. Wow. Okay. If foe initiates combat, reduces damage by 70%. Yeah, wow. Very, very strong. At start of turn, if unit is adjacent to only beast, okay, they transform, and then counterattack regardless if they're transformed. Okay. Now the special refine. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack defense minus 5 on foe during combat, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. And also, if unit is transformed, grants bonus to unit's attack, defense, and res during combat equal to 25% of foe's attack at the start of combat, minus 8. Minimum 0, max 10. Okay, so let's see. Wow, So if he's transformed, he can get up to a +10 bonus to attack, defense, and res. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's just pretty strong. He being able to like reduce damage by 70% makes him pretty good. I guess Far Saver as well, because he can transform and have disencounter. But Near Saver, if anything, not bad. He's an armor unit, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, really strong. That's all I can really say. He's very strong. I think he was the first like armor beast unit. Was he? I think he might have been the first armor beast unit. And if he wasn't the first that, then he was definitely the first that got disencounter when he transformed. So very, very cool. Let's go to Rutger next. Who I do not have at 5 stars, but I do have one. But either way, accelerated special trigger cooldown count -1. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe's speed, it grants special cooldown charge +1 per attack. Okay, so Flashing Blade. Pretty normal. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe speed, reduces damage from attacks during combat, and oh wow, so he has damage reduction, like a normal damage reduction. So he has Flashing Blade, damage reduction, and attack and speed +10 basically, with the special cooldown count -1. That's very helpful and very strong. So I guess it doesn't really matter with the Flashing Blade part, but he can run Vital Astra pretty well. Because he gets damage reduction as part of his weapon as well. So a lot of things work. It's pretty normal-ish, but he gets damage reduction, so it's also pretty strong. But yeah, I think that's pretty normal for like nowadays, where a lot of things just have damage reduction. Yeah, a pretty good user of Vital Astra as well. So cool, very cool. Now let's go with Hilda, who I just have next in the lineup. Pretty cool. I think she's the first Three Houses character to get a refine. I think is she getting it before the Byleths? Yeah, I think so. Weird. And then if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally. Okay, well, whatever. Let's go to the refine. Grant speed +3. At start of allies combat, if unit is within 2 spaces of any allies with defense less than unit's defense, or if unit has not entered combat during the current phase, grant Spectrum +4 to those allies during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. So I think something in Three Houses that she has, like, her personal skill is that she buffs adjacent male characters. So I think this is what is playing off of, is that she buffs her allies, just normally. So that's not bad. At start of units combat, if unit is not within 2 spaces of any allies with defense greater than unit's defense, or if unit is not adjacent to any ally, grants attack speed +6 to unit during combat, and deals damage equal to 10% of unit's speed. Wow, that's pretty good. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +5 to unit, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. Wow, okay, so she also gets damage reduction. Cool. So basically ally buffs, self buffs, and damage reduction. Kind of also pretty normal nowadays. For nowadays, that's not bad. I wonder. I think the Byleths. Yeah, I don't think the Byleths have a weapon refine yet. Weird. I wonder what their creator sword's going to end up like in the future. So let's end on Summer Lake Yarn. I have Keaton right here. So let's see. Keaton was also, I think, one of the first, like, whoa, is that happening on screen? What's happening? What's happening right now? That was weird. I don't know what just happened. Okay, cool. I hope it wasn't like that for Hilda. I don't think so. Yeah, Keaton was one of the first dual phase Brave unit. So he was probably a lot of people's merge projects, and I think he was also kind of a fan favorite. But let's see. Inflict speed -5 unit attacks twice. Okay. At start of turn, if unit is adjacent to only beasts or dragon allies, it transforms, attack +2, deals damage +7, and special cooldown charge, whatever. Okay, so that's kind of normal for the new beast refines and stuff. If foe initiates combat, or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, inflicts attack defense -5 on foe, neutralizes foe's bonuses to attack and defense from skills like Fortify Rally, etc., and grants special cooldown charge +1 per unit attack during combat. Okay. So, basing off of enemy phase. Weird. Because he's like, I know he's dual phase brave, but the fact that they're basing it more off of his enemy phase rather than his player phase, which he also can do pretty well, is kind of unusual. A lot of people who have a very built-up Keaton probably don't mind this refine, but it's honestly kind of lacking. I guess a special cooldown charge +1 for unit's attack isn't bad, but this does kind of force like that whole encounter advantage. And if not that, then a pretty bulky Keaton to be able to survive enemy phase if necessary, because he's very slow. So I don't know, probably not the best refine if I'm being honest. But those who have a very built-up Keaton will probably benefit from it somehow. And now, finally, Summer Leg Yarn. Grants speed +3 at start of combat. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. So I think it's like Forsetti, the Forsetti stuff. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack and speed during combat equal to 5 plus 40% total bonuses on unit and foe. So I think that's normal Leg Yarn actually. Max +10. If unit initiates combat and unit speed is greater than foe's speed +10, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. So very speedy Leg Yarn means a lot of kills basically. Yeah, not bad. Just, honestly pretty normal. The immediate desperation effect is kind of not all over the place, but it's more common now. I've seen it on a lot of units recently. Yeah, so just be fast. That's kind of how you want to build your Summer Leg Yarn, I guess. Okay, not bad. These new refines were pretty good. I think probably the winner might be Naga, and then maybe Kane, and then maybe Alm. Rutgers is good, so maybe Rutger and Hilda kind of tie, and then Leg Yarn, it's not bad, but it's just kind of normal. Maybe Leg Yarn would be kind of tied with Kane and Alm or whatever, and then Keaton's probably the last. Definitely not like a bad refine. Keaton doesn't have a bad one, but probably not the best out of the bunch. Probably the least good actually. But yeah, those were pretty good. I'm not too upset. I don't really use a ton of these units. I like Hilda, and I do use Legendary Alm sometimes in Arena, or the Arena Assault. But yeah, not a really big user of these units, but I know people who really like them or have really built ones are probably going to be pretty happy or pretty bummed, depending on how you feel about the refines. But yeah, not bad. In my opinion, I think they were all pretty decent. I think Naga just won out. She got remixed as well as got a pretty good refine. Yeah, and then along with the new temperature trial stuff, if y'all are summoning soon on the Thief banner, good luck. I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all will let me know your feelings about the new update, as well as the new weapon refines. Let me know. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.